A warm, loving relationship with their parents is the best start in life any child can receive. Sadly, many infants and toddlers are deprived of this love when their parents are incarcerated. When these parents return home, they are strangers to their children and find it difficult to earn their affection and trust. And when the parent is a teen who knows little about parenting, the separation may permanently disrupt the relationship. We know that many of these teens have had troubled relationships with their own parents, particularly their fathers, and that these relationships are at the root of their problem behavior. The Baby Elmo program is a way to break this cycle, build relationships between teens and their children, and in the process give them a reason to succeed. Jennifer Rodriguez of the Youth Law Center in San Francisco works directly with developmental psychology researcher Rachel Barr from Georgetown University and California Juvenile Halls to implement the Baby Elmo program.
This program was designed by Dr. Rachel Barr in the Youth Law Center. She really was capitalizing on the fact that teen media is a comfortable way for many teens to learn. It's an interactive way. Instead of just talking with a teen about what good parenting looks like, through use of the media, the teens actually have the opportunity to watch, for example, to watch Daddy Elmo practice a particular thing with his child so it's modeled for the teen. And then the teen gets a chance to practice and then imitate, and that's a really effective way of learning. So the curricula was really designed to make sure that we are playing to teens' strengths and we're not just looking at ways that have not worked and have failed our youth in the past.
Incarcerated parents themselves come to the Baby Elmo program with little or no experience in positive parenting. Juvenile Hall Program Director Susan Coleman from one of 3 juvenile halls in San Bernardino.
And they felt that the program actually helped them become a better parent because they really didn't have a lot of contact with their own parents. A lot of these kids don't have home environments. Okay, so what they got from Baby Elmo was something that sometimes was a first for them. Okay.
Don Meyer, Chief Probation Office in Sacramento, California.
Children that have children often are ill-prepared for that experience. They have limited experience with their child and often it's not very productive. They don't have the tools to allow them to parent, and this Baby Elmo program does do that. It helps them immensely.
It gives them both a chance to grow. Our kids to be children with their children and then grow with their children.
Though still in its earliest study phases, Baby Elmo is being enthusiastically received by both young mothers and fathers who participate in the program. Even more importantly, innovation leaders and staff from institutions pioneering the program are actively seeking resources to continue Baby Elmo in their facilities.
On softening a part of our visitor center, the staff who are involved are so enthusiastic about it, and it allows them to be seen in a different role, and also it allows them to see the minors that's incarcerated in a very different role. It's one of many behavior management tools that you can use because the kids involved in that program so look forward to it and being able to play with their baby and hold the baby. And it's a tremendous program, and it's a win-win-win for everybody.
It's proven here with our children that once they get in contact with their children, the behavior, the attitude, everything changes. You see remorse, you see a more caring person. And once the response was came 0 for this kid, it's like, is this because his baby comes to visit? You know, is this that baby, the teen parenting thing that's going on? So people wanted to become a part of it and be more supportive, and that's what we had. A lot of support from our staff. Our administration, not my administration per se, but the higher ups who at first were kind of like, yeah, well, okay, are now like, wow, this is really a good thing. So we need to get it in all institutions, all 3 of the institutions in our treatment program. So, yeah, it's an excellent thing. It's done a lot for us and our children.
Too often, time spent in detention is dead time. The Baby Elmo program uses this time when youth have few distractions and appreciate the importance of family connections to strengthen family bonds and educate young parents about their babies. Instead of connecting with others by showing how tough and street smart they are, youth relate by sharing experiences with their children. Often youth console each other about a disappointing visit or remind each other to stay out of trouble, quote, for the sake of your baby.
We're taking advantage of really what's an opportunity when a parent's incarcerated and a child's at that prime developmental period of their life to build a connection. All of our participants leave the program with a renewed, or for some of them, it's a first-time feeling that they as a parent can impact the outcomes of their children in the future. And that is really, really important because it's key. Once they get out, they have to feel as if their role as a parent is important in the life of their child in order to continue to stay re-engaged. One of my favorite stories is out of our Orange County facility. The young men there were learning in a group. They were doing their training sessions in a group, and they became such a great support system for each other, with sharing parenting information, with encouraging each other on when they were approaching some challenges in their parenting, that upon release they went to the probation officer and they asked if there was any way that they could continue meeting in the park with the probation officer and have daddy groups, because it was such a great support system for them. And of course it would have been a violation of their probation to continue meeting and to have contact once they were out of the facility. So they had to go and ask permission. But I think that just shows that youth are really leaving the program and leaving out with a commitment to doing things differently around their role as a parent.
More research is needed to document the effectiveness of the Baby Elmo program. Preliminary research documents observable, meaningful change in the way teen parents connect with their children and in the way these children connect to their parents. Institutions also report improvements in the behavior of the young parents and an increased motivation to succeed. Relationships between staff and youth also improve, reducing the attitude of hostility that often pervades these institutions. But the real success is in the baby smiles. These children, unlike their parents now, have the chance to know their parents and to grow up in an atmosphere of love rather than loss.
It's a tremendous opportunity. Again, it's fairly staff intensive, so it's at a time where resources are shrinking, but it's the right thing to do, so when they do get out, they do have a positive relationship and they don't have to start all over, and they now have tools and techniques that they can use that they didn't have before.
Baby Elmo needs your help. Public funding resources are scarce, and we must rely on contributions by individuals to ensure this important program reaches the children who need it most.
We get birthday presents, Christmas presents, we get the Easter baskets, whatever the occasion is during the time we're in the kids are in the program, their baby has what every other kid has that's on the outs. We give little birthday parties. So for someone to donate, whether it be time, money, food, whatever, it's welcome, because it helps our kids feel like they're really giving a part. They're taking more of than just not just holding and changing, but they're really giving something to their babies. They're at the birthday parties and they're looking, or at Christmas, and you have the little present for the baby. It's a great thing, and then the parents, the parents that are out there are kind of looking like, wow, this is really cool. So anybody that wants to donate anything, we're thankful for, because right now we have nothing.
You can donate by calling 415-543-3379 or via the World Wide Web by going to the web address seen here.
Fuzzy kind of, real fuzzy and loving and nurturing. A lot of kisses, a lot of hugs going on, And I think for the biological parent that's here, that's what they're missing, and what they probably missed when they were out there too. So they're giving what they didn't get.